everybody, this is the Marine with Backpacking with a Hammock. In a few hours I'll be leaving for my trip up to Royale. I thought I'd do a video on what I'm going to bring and how I pack into this pack. And this pack that I have is a Z-Pack Royale. This thing weighs about 26 ounces with all these additives I have on it. And I'll do a review on this in probably a month or two. I love this pack. This is a great pack. It's comfortable. It's just a wonderful pack. You guys, when you go on a trip, you don't want to pack too early because you don't want to compact your down. You want to wait to the last minute because the down takes a long time to loft. So usually I wouldn't go no more than 24 hours before I start packing, because first thing I'm going to put into here is my down sleeping bag or quilt or underquilt. So the first thing I'll do, I'll wait for maybe a couple hours before I leave. Then I start packing. I have everything ready. Then I start packing. So the first thing I'm going to do is put a trash compactor bag in here. For years, over 40 years, I used to use garbage bags, heavy duty garbage bags, but I found these trash compactor bags work the best. I've never had one tear yet. The first thing I'm going to put in is my top quilt. Stuff it in there. So the next thing I'm going to do is stuff my underquilt under this stuff sack. Now that I got my underquilt and my top quilt stuffed in the stuff sack, now I'm going to put it into the pack. The first thing I want to put it in is my top quilt, because that's the last thing I need out. And I like to put that all the way in the bottom. And then after I get that in the pack, I'll take whatever I'm bringing that is down first to stuff in there. I always bring these sleeves from Jack's or Better, down sleeves. I use these for like a pillow and also bring a down pillow. I've been doing this for years, and this is so comfortable. I always bring it. I know it's a little extra weight bringing these, but I sleep so great, so I always bring it. So I stuff those down in there like that. So I want to stuff them in the sides around and get this packed all around it. Next thing I'm going to put in there is I got my top long underwear, real lightweight ones. I'll stuff that in there. My bottoms. Cram it all in there, and all the little gaps I want to fill it up. I'm bringing 4 pairs of socks. I got these. They're from Smart Wool. They're PhD socks. I love them. They're great. Super lightweight. They're thin. They dry out quick. They're comfortable. I'm bringing 4. I know that's excess, but I hate having my feet wet. And this way I can dry them out. It gives me a lot of time. So it might be too many socks, but I'm bringing them. Stuff them in the corner. Another thing I always bring you guys is possum down socks. I love sleeping in them. They're warm, but they're very comfortable. They're soft, and my feet feel really great in them. So these are one thing. Even though it's summertime, I'm still bringing them. Those are 2 things I always bring. Next, I have a bag that has a hat, balaclavas in there, stuff that keeps me warm. So if it gets cold, the cold front comes in there. I always want a hat or a balaclava when I sleep, or I have some wristies that I wear instead of gloves. I really like those because I like fingerless gloves because I like to have my fingers moving instead of covered up. So I got that in there. So I got that pretty well rounded. So next I'm going to put my underquilt in. I'm going to stuff that in there. You know what, I'd never do this, but I'm bringing shorts up there. They're from Columbia. They dry quick because we plan on doing swimming. Usually I'd never bring these. A little extra weight. My next thing is I have a fleece shirt. I always have one with a zipper that goes up and down so I can regulate the heat. I always have that. Every trip I go, I always have that fleece shirt. So I stuff that in the side and get that in there. Next thing I'm going to bring is underquilt protector. I have an extra pair of underwear. Usually I don't bring it, but we're going to be there for 10 days. I think I'll be a favor to runner if I bring an extra pair and change up. So once I got all that down in there, so what I do is I push way down on this. And if you can see, I twist this top and I really smash it way down there. I get that thing way down there. Then I twist this top. And I like doing this because I get a long elephant trunk and I can stuff on the side. This will stay dry now. I don't have to worry about this at all. So the next thing that I'm going to bring in, what I'm going to put on top there, I like to put on top, is my food pack. This food pack is 10 days of food. This is 10 pounds, 9 ounces. So this will go on top of that down and clothing. Next thing I'll put on top and have it readily available is my rain jacket. It's a very lightweight, ultralight paca. I love this thing. It keeps me dry, and plus it airs me out so I don't get too hot in this. So this is super lightweight. Now I'm going to seal it up. Now everything I have in the main compartment is my clothing with the down and the food I'm bringing and the rain jacket I'll have up here. Otherwise, I would like to keep everything on the outside because I want it accessible, readily available, because if I'm in a rainstorm and I have to set up quickly, I don't want to open this pack. I want it to have everything on the outside. So the next thing I want to do is fill up this front pocket here. The next thing I want to bring is a wind jacket and wind pants. These things are super light. This is, I think, 2 ounces, not quite 2 ounces, this is 3 ounces. Super light. And it's my keep me warm. Works really well if it's raining a little bit, drizzling. It's not waterproof, but it's water resistant. If it's raining out and I'm kind of under the tarp and moving around, this will keep me dry. Next thing I always will bring, and I like it readily available, sometimes I'll put inside here, is my latrine pouch. This has my toilet paper, toothbrush, little deodorant, and I throw that in there. I want that readily available, and you know why, just in case. So next thing I'm going to put in there is this flashlight. It's a Prince Tech Matrix. Usually at the beginning I never would put it in this case because it's extra weight, but I had it turn on a lot of times and waste the batteries. But throw that in there. I got a little Bible I like to bring to read in the early morning when I get up. I have my glasses so I can read, so I kind of have that off the side just in case I have to take that out. Next thing I'm going to put in here is my water filtration kit. I have a Sawyer Mini. I have an Nalgene 96-ounce wide mouth bag that I have. You know, guys, I've used it now for a couple years and they've been leaking a lot. So this is my last try at it. If it leaks, I'm ditching it. I'm really disappointed in Nalgene. Usually they make quality stuff. These things have been I'm really disappointed. They've been leaking a lot. And so I'm going to take it. This is my last trip on it. I like it because in the lakes it has a wide mouth so I can get the water in easy. Get 96 ounces. I don't have to go back. Especially in the summertime, I'm going to be drinking a lot of water. I love this system, but if this Nalgene leaks on this trip or the next couple of trips, they're out. So I stuff this in here on the side. Have it readily available just in case I need to get some water. And next thing I'm going to put in there is a map. Have that readily available. I always bring extra Kevlar straps for my hammock. These are super lightweight, not even an ounce for each one. So the next thing I'm going to put in there is a bug net. You definitely need a bug net when it's real buggy, and I expect it to be buggy up there. And the last thing I'll put in that front pouch is a ground cloth. For years I've used heavy duty plastic. When I take it up from the rain or when it's wet, crap would be on it and try to shake it off, but it's always real dirty. Runner made this and had his wife hem the end around it. It's a small ground cloth that it really repels the water and the stuff does not stay on it. All that crap does not attach to it, so I can shake it off. And I really like this. It's a little heavier. Thanks, Runner. So now that the front pouch is done, what I'm going to do is start putting the stuff on my side pouches. First thing I'm going to put in there is my cook kit. My cook kit will go in this front pouch. Now I got my War Bonnet Ridge Runner, and I got it in this waterproof bag made by Z-Pack. It's Cuban fiber. I like to have everything, like I said, on the outside, even my hammock, so I can set up quickly. So that gets stuffed in here. Cram that into that pouch on the bottom. Now on this side, the next thing I'm going to put in this pouch is my tarp. It's from War Bonnet. It's called the Cloudburst. It's heavier than my Cuban fiber, but I'm going to bring it. I just picked this up a couple months ago, so I really want to bring it. It really works well. It works great with that bridge hammer. So I want to bring this instead of Cuban fiber. I know it's a little, this is probably close to twice the weight. Then the next thing I want to do is put in my poles. I'll run these poles for the bridge hammock down the side into there. Then I'll put in I got my stakes. I don't like using branches, I use stakes. I got my suspension. It's whoopee hooks with a whoopee sling and Kevlar straps. This weighs less than 3 ounces. And then I got my fuel for my stove. I got 2 8-ounce bottles that I'm bringing. Now that that's in there on that side, the next thing I want to do is fill these pouches on my belt. I got a first aid kit, a cover for my pack. I probably don't need it because this is waterproof, but I'm going to bring it anyways. Zip that up. Now in this pouch here, I got extra batteries. I have bug spray, bug juice, because it's going to be buggy up there. Zing it for my tarp, because if I can go away without putting stakes in and tie these to the trees, I really like to go this way in porch mode, and so I'll bring those with. I bring a fire starter just in case it's wet. I always bring a whistle just in case, never had to use it. Never know. I got my pick stick for filming so you can get some awesome pictures of Runner and I. This time I'm bringing a little watch, and it has a little carabiner on there because I like to get up in the morning and know what time it is, and I always bring a thermometer. It's 76 inside right now. It's pretty hot. It's raining outside. Usually I'd be filming outside. It's just pouring right now and it's humid. So I always bring a compass. I don't think I've ever had to use it, but it's great to have just in case. And duct tape. And last but not least, my tripod. When I film, I like to use this tripod for filming. Another thing I didn't tell you I was bringing is this little stuff in there. This is a happy birthday sign. I got little hats for Runner and I. It's his 60th birthday. I'm going to pick up in a few hours a little cupcake. I got a candle, so we'll sing happy birthday for him. The next thing I want to bring is my Crocs. I love camp shoes. I love camp footwear. I'll put this up on top there. Tighten these straps down there, and that should hold it pretty good. Another thing too is my water bottle. I love to carry my water bottle on my shoulder straps, so this is where I'll carry my water bottle. So the last thing I'm going to put on there, I always bring a stool, and Runner just got me this pad, this seat pad from Thermarest, and he came up with this idea of putting it in there so it really sits nice and tight. And then I have axe loops. I'll put these on the axe loops, tighten her down. I have some shock cord so it doesn't bounce around. I tie it on the end. Now that's nice and secure. Now this is my pack, it's ready to go. Now my pack weight without food, water, and fuel is 18 pounds. I'm bringing a lot of food. It's 10 pounds, 9 ounces with my fuel. So all this is going to weigh 29 pounds. Now, that's pretty heavy, but when I start off, it'll be 29 pounds. But as I go, I'll be eating my food, and by the time I leave, I'll have that down to 18 pounds. One other thing I want to tell you, the clothes that I'm going to be wearing, I always wear a sleeveless shirt during the summertime, early fall, late spring. I got my Zion stretch pants from Pana. I'll bring this hat to protect my neck just in case it's sunny and buggy, so I'll bring this hat. I'll have my buff on, and I'll bring a long sleeve shirt. And I'll wear this. This protects me from the sun and the bugs. I like to wear this. It dries real quickly. It protects me from the sun. I think it's 50% on this one. And then I'll have my trail runners on and my dirty girls. That is what I'm bringing up to Isle Royale. That's everything I'm going to bring. I hope this was helpful and gave you some insight how I packed. Maybe there's some tricks you can use, maybe not. Thank you for watching. This is Marine with Backpacking with a Hammock signing off. Next thing I'm going to put in is my water filtration. Next thing I'm going to put in there is my water filter. Next thing I'm going to put in there is my Nalgene